Hello, greetings, welcome. When I was meditating on the energy, I did receive the Ace of Pentacles from this deck. And the main message that was coming through was procrastination and mishandling divine gifts. So, but that was just while I was meditating. So let's see what God really wants to discuss with us. Thank you, Most High, Divine Mother and Father. Thank you for blessing us to be here together today. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your words. Thank you for allowing me to be a conduit of the messages for the viewer that you will send to watch this video. In your name, I thank you so much for assisting the viewer through me. In your name, I thank you so much. So it is. Ashe. What do you want to talk to the viewer about? I'm listening, God. Thank you. Deep, calm breaths, mighty presence, and I am responsible for my own anger. Mighty presence, deep, calm breaths, I am responsible for my own anger. I am thankful for. Go to the ants. Whatever has been going on lately has caused a strong sense of anger. And it may have started off as sadness or hopelessness or whatever the case may be. And initially, I'm seeing that everything was the way things were being interpreted. I just keep fidgeting with this. That's how it seems. It seems like you were trying to do something. You were trying to accomplish something. And every time you would try to do that thing, it would never turn out the way that you had envisioned. And it has caused some anger. It's caused some anger. You may not even really know you're angry. But you are a mighty presence. You are a mighty energy. So you may have been, your family members or your friends or the people that you frequent, they may have been subtly, telling you things about the changes in your energy or hinting to you about the way that you are presenting in the world right now. So it may be somebody may say something to you like, well, I was just joking, man, or sis, calm down. Like that type energy where it's almost like someone is snapping you back into reality the best that they can, right? So I am responsible for my own anger. This goes into triggering, okay? So be it that you are the one that is being triggered or you are triggering other people. Because as earth angels, we truly do trigger a lot of people and things, and that's without even trying. A lot of times we can give grace to other people, or we should at least, right? Because we should know that they are not always attempting to narcissistically jab us. You know how a narcissist will jab you, out of the blue for nothing, and you're trying to figure out what is going on. And it's because they have sensed your energy, the mighty presence of you. And it's really giving that, you're going through this upgrade. And because of Go to the Ants, this might seem like a funny card, but I'll tell you, one day I was sitting outside. Things were not working out for me. Sadness, defeat, that was the energy. I looked down at the ground and I see this tiny little ant. I see this tiny little ant. And he had the biggest piece and he was the smallest ant. And I was just watching all the other ants just kind of walk around that ant. And they had their normal size pieces of crumb. But this ant wanted this big crumb. And he was carrying it just fine. But where the problem presented itself was when he was trying to get over a twig. I want to see. I'm invested now, right? I'm invested. So he gets over the twig and I'm like cheering for him, like, yeah, you go. And then he comes across this steep ravine. And I'm like, oh, well, he's probably going to drop the crumb. And he did. It took a while. But he finally got that crumb. Understand that things are turning around because you have been faithful to what your heart knows and what your heart feels and what you know you've come here to do, because you have been faithful through it. God is getting ready to upgrade you. This anger, though, I keep revisiting it. I feel like you're being asked to let it go. Now, not the boundary. Just because you let go of anger doesn't mean that you let go of the boundary. Boundaries are important in the physical world. The spiritual world, not so much, because in the spirit, I am you and you are me. But in the physical, because we are all having individual experiences, sometimes we have to put boundaries because some aspects of our brothers and sisters, they are not of the highest vibration for the collective, for everyone. They're not for everybody, literally. They're not for anybody, except self. And because of that, we have to put firm boundaries while we are on this earthly plane. And I'm feeling like someone is giving way too much to a situation or a circumstance, and they feel that it should be given back to them. But really, honestly and truly, the situation is asking you to do less, say less, give less. Because if you're giving so much to the point where you're becoming angry, if it's not paid back, never lend out more than you can afford to give. And that is for money and energy and anything else that may apply. Those are the words of my grandmother. And I got to be thankful for that. Someone is giving way too much to a situation and then becomes angry. And then when you become angry, people are looking at you like, oh, why is she mad all the time? Why is he mad all the time? Man, so-and-so be getting mad for no reason. That's like the vibe of that, behind that. But and look, conflict, yeah. It's like a friction energy here, but it's because you want everyone to give to a certain standard, a higher standard. You feel that everyone should be able to do that, but they're not able to. I gave the scenario or the parallelism of a toddler or a child not being able to help on their half of the rent. At that point, they're not able to, and that's what I'm seeing, that these people that you feel like should do more, and these people that you feel should give and vibrate on a higher level, they're just incapable of it right now in this moment. Doesn't mean that they will never be able to, but in this moment, because you're able to, you're being asked to hold space for your brothers and sisters, hold space for the people around you. And by holding space for them, you automatically hold space for you. There's a boundary. There's a boundary. Okay? But the way that you're able to hold this space without becoming bitter is to focus more on the things that you are thankful for. Far more on the things that you are grateful for. I feel like I want to use this deck. Let's see. Escapism, abandonment, true sin. This is the Eight of Cups. When you are thankful, when you are grateful, you're walking away from this anger, from these unrealistic expectations of others, okay? You're able to be more of a leader in this space of gratitude, because leaders don't always talk, okay? Leaders don't always tell and stand in the front. A leader is just a leader by nature. A leader is just a leader by nature. Whether a leader is in the front, the middle, or the back of the line, a leader is going to lead their energy, their sheer energy alone. Some groups of people look towards, well, all groups of people end up with a leader, be it by default or by selection. All groups end up with a leader, and it looks like you just so happen to be you're just an undercover leader. Like, people come to you, people look to you. And I think that that's part of the reason why you're becoming so, intolerant of people who can't give you back something that's even close to what you give. But the divine is asking you to recognize that this thing that is happening, or this pattern that is happening, it is pointed directly at your spiritual gifts. You may be looking at it as something that you dislike about yourself, or something that you need to change. Like, for instance, you may feel like you don't like being intuitive because it disrupts your day. It disrupts your energy. You might feel like you don't like being sensitive because it causes your sensors to be way overloaded, so you might be on the spectrum. Honestly, you might be on the autistic spectrum, and you find it difficult to relate to people and for people to relate back to you. But every now and then you get this magical moment where you really click with someone, because the world may label you as autistic, but you know that you have a higher level of understanding, because the stupid things that most people are just completely stuck on, you don't even worry about those things. Like whatever it may be, because I don't want to offend anybody, but whatever it is that it just seems so superficial, and people might want you to care about this superficial thing as well. People like a style of car or a name brand of something, or whatever it is. People might want you to care about that thing, but you just really don't, because your mind is literally consumed with the issues of the world. You are literally just consumed with the issues of the world. Like, you are literally a person that has to tell yourself that it is not your responsibility to try to figure out a solution to every issue that you hear about on the news. So you make a conscious effort to avoid situations like that. And I'm seeing that sometimes avoiding those situations can put you in alternate situations where you still recognize things that are happening, or you recognize the deficit of information that you might be experiencing just because you avoid a lot of things. I feel like your kind nature, a lot of people take for granted. And because you are so kind, and because you are so chill and laid back, that these people often try to use your energy field as like a dumping ground. Like, I can go use the viewer as a punching bag if I want to, because I've been having a bad day, because they're just so nice. They'll let me say it and they'll let me do it. But they don't recognize that, like, you're a mighty presence in this place. You are an earth angel. They don't understand that they're just building up the pot. building up the pot, just cashing, throwing money in the pot, energetic money into the pot of you getting ready to cash out on having to, snap, crackle, pop on some of these people because they keep pushing your boundaries. But what I'm understanding is that it's so important for you to make a boundary, set a boundary. Like the way that a beaver builds a dam, they do it stick by stick. They do it stick by stick. And I am telling you that that's what you need to do. You don't have to wait until it builds all the way up and you're ready to explode. In the moment, you should correct people. In the moment, you should let people know this is how that makes me feel. And you're doing it with a certain air that you don't need them to do anything. You're just asking them to do it because you understand that the real prize is you. The real prize is you. And if the relationship is going to be healthy, then so be it. If not, so be it, right? The relationship, the only way that other person is beneficial to you is if the relationship is healthy. The only way that the other situation or circumstance or job or boss or partner or whatever, the only way it's going to be beneficial to you is if it's healthy, okay? And this also goes for you if you're feeling like, well, people depend on me. I can't just abandon them. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because, see, you can collaborate with people until you can't collaborate with people. When people start disagreeing just for the sake of disagreeing. Some people, I'm seeing that some people that are arguing with you, these people don't even really contribute to you like that or the situation or they don't contribute to your life in any way, honestly. Not with words, not with love, not with energy, not with money. But they still feel like they have a leg to stand on when they're telling you what to do. And because this person's energy is so authoritative, you bow down when you're really the one who has the power. Because, see, even here it says ambition is a good servant, but a bad master. Really it's time for healthy boundaries. It's time to focus on your goals and the things that you are thankful for. And these deep, calm breaths are going to be the space that you practice how to speak to people, how to respond to people without disrespecting yourself. Because, see, a person who holds their tongue, a person who bites their tongue a lot, these people, y'all really non-confrontational. You really don't want that smoke. You really don't want no problems. Really don't want no trouble. You really just want everybody to get along, even if it means that you might just have to shut up. You know what I'm saying? You're the type that you do want that, but because of the times throughout your life that you've had to explode, people they just basically don't respect you and don't understand who you are as an individual, that you're so much more than that. That yes, you are a mighty presence. See, we have the truth card, the judgment card. This might, and the throat chakra, speak up. Yeah, so the stick by stick with the beaver, right? Every time situations happen where you feel that moment where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I should say something, but I ain't gonna say nothing because if I say something, no, those are the moments that you are supposed to say something. And you're supposed to practice saying something in a way where the truth is delivered and your throat chakra is exercised, okay? Your throat chakra is exercised. There may be a lot of other activities that are going on just simply because you are suppressing your words. So I'm hearing like to hum or to do a om to help to, while you're doing these deep calm breaths, that's going to help to activate your throat chakra. And I'm hearing especially if you've been overeating, if you've been smoking, if you bite your nails. That's what I'm hearing, because all those activities are linked to throat chakra. All those energies are related to throat chakra. Just simply doing like the deep calm breaths and the Om, and recognizing the things that you're grateful for and the perseverance of that tiny ant. Just remember, the perseverance is the discipline and the perseverance and the consistency that's going to bring about these changes that you want to see. Okay, there is a new beginning on the table. There is a new beginning. Thank you, Most High God. Anything else that you want to discuss with the viewer? Triumphant success. Okay, the Ace of Swords is always my card of divine energy of the Most High. Okay, so spiritual strength and triumphant success, it really comes down to the way you're talking to yourself, taking these deep calm breaths, understanding who you are, understanding the root cause of your anger. Because a lot of times, baby, by the time that anger gets real bad, by the time it gets real bad, you know where that's coming from. And this is the Five of Cups twice. This is the Five of Cups that has come out twice, with the manatee and with the emotional loss. But a lot of times that anger has built up over the years from different little things, the same as like with this beaver. So instead of just waiting for the beaver to finish building this dam, or waiting for you, you know, when the beaver puts a stick on, you take it off. That's what I'm hearing. Don't wait to blow the whole thing up with dynamite. Because if it's going at a pace where you can resolve things at once, then do that. But I'm also I'm hearing, know that the dynamite is important. Whew. Know that the dynamite is important. Mighty presence, coming back to this mighty presence. Know that that dynamite is important. I'm hearing the divine said that you belong to me. You belong to me. And it is such a possessive type of you belong to me. You belong to me. I created you in this mighty way. I designed you. You are meant to explode. You are dynamite. That's why I created you. But you're not supposed to explode on the beaver dam. The dynamite is for something else. Okay? That dynamite of a soul. We're not talking about bombs. Okay? We're talking about in the spirit. So if you think anything else, check your energy. Use your context clues. Reading is essential. Okay. So that energy, though, that anger, that what you have, that is designed to spiritually shake things up. Spiritually shake things up. Spiritually. But because you have so much power, and it just looks unusual to have this much understanding of people and times and energetic exchanges, so much of it is so difficult for you to put into words, because if you put it into words, you'll sound like a complete wacko to the average bear. So it leaves you a lot of times saying that it's no point in me saying anything. I'm not going to say anything. But what I'm understanding is that it's not, if you would stop looking at it as I need to say something to this person and start acknowledging it as something as I need to say this for myself, you know. If you were able to start looking at that, your energy would flow different. So it wouldn't feel like an exploding ball of anger, right? It would feel more like a release, and your soul would flow better. And so you can say, you can tell a person, you stepped on my toe. You know, you don't have to tell a person, meet me outside in the parking lot. You meet me outside in the parking lot. You scuffed up my sneaks, man, or whatever, you know. You know, it don't have to always be like that. You know, sometimes you can tell a person, you stepped on my toe. And then the way that person responds to you, it is going to tell you everything you need to know about that person, where you stand with that person, where the relationship is with that person, how you need to move forward with that person. You know, if that person responds like, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize, and they truly did not mean to, then it's cool. It is what it is. You know, if the person responds like, you shouldn't have been in the way, then you can respect that. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have been in the way. If that person responds to you, I'm so tired of you always telling me, you know, I'm so tired of you always telling me about how your feelings are, man. I stepped on your toe, get over it. If they respond like that, very dismissive of your feelings and your energy, then that is a situation that you really need to leave be. You know, if a person continues to basically overlook your feelings, you know, but rewinding back to the person who says you shouldn't have been in the way, you know, that's something really important that you should understand. Like, if that triggers you, you shouldn't have been in the way, then you should be able to tell that person like, hey man, like, hey, I don't like when you speak to me that way. See, it's not get rid of a person every time. It's how is the energy handled. I don't like to be spoken to that way, friend, brother, mother, father. Mother, I don't like when you speak to me that way. That's why I don't speak to you that way. I don't speak to anybody that way because I don't like it. You know, if you're unable to tell people these things, then that's the boundary. That's how you have to create boundaries. And the boundaries are not you reaching outside of yourself, telling someone else what they need to do. What it is you're figuring out what you need to do for yourself. Okay, back to holding space. Holding space for them means you're automatically holding space for you. Okay, as your bubble, when people say hold space, you don't have to hold them in your bubble. Okay, you're holding enough space. Like, okay, like I'm seeing like a car accident happening, right? But you're able to put up a bubble around your car. So through putting this bubble up, the car that would have slammed into you, it's kind of like bounced off of the bubble and nobody gets hurt. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from holding space. Okay. And through this, you get to take an actual real look at yourself and how you feel about yourself, you know, through this deep foundational work that you'll be doing with the soul and with the spirit. Just understanding the true, the sheer strength of your soul. Okay. I'm seeing transformation, which is traditionally the death card. And I'm also seeing the intuition right underneath and the hope. So yeah, some of you are really tired of being intuitive. You're really tired of being empaths or empathetic. You're really tired of you've watched so many videos on narcissism that you're wondering if you're the narcissist. It's that type of energy and you feel very misunderstood. But hold on, help is on the way. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting that so strong mother-daughter relationship. I'm seeing Whitney Houston and Bobby Christina. I'm also seeing the preacher's wife, and I'm hearing Whitney sing "Hold On, Help Is on the Way," and I feel like there may be some type of like comfort in watching that movie right now, even though it's the middle of the summer. I feel like I'm hearing the Most High say that if you watch that movie, there might be like something that you see that you hadn't noticed before in the movie, and that you might feel comforted if you watch that movie, The Preacher's Wife. Obstacles and challenges. Memories of love. Okay, so just remembering these things that have happened, the memories, bad memories are causing some of this anger too. But if you can focus on what you're thankful for and what it is that you truly desire, I see that the divine will be able to help you with that. The patience is coming through the renewal of your mind, growing your mind, okay? And know that you are spiritually protected. I'm seeing balance, but I'm also feeling like it's really giving guardian angel. It's giving guardian angel. It's a guardian deck that I'm going to use. I didn't want to use it, but I'm feeling called to. Okay. I don't know. That card came out. Manifesting money, reach goals, financial assistant, career, hands-on work, help getting a job. I feel like that when I read this deck, I usually read it as soul abundance anyway. And so I feel like you're manifesting some of your energy back. You put your hand out to receive a lot of this energy that may have just dwindled away because of you didn't know how to really harness it. But I'm seeing a lot of that energy returning to you now, and you get to practice with it. Archangel Michael is with you now. Even though you can't see it, I'm actively working on this situation. I am here to help you. Yeah, that was giving guardian angels, even though I know, oh, wow. Okay. So you are protected. You are safe within my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. See, that's really what I'm getting, that bubble. That protective bubble. You see how happy she is holding space for herself. She knows that her angels have her back. She doesn't have to get mad. She's responsible for her anger. She's able to be thankful because she knows that she's protected. Get your power back. Didn't I just say I feel like this is you calling your power back to you? Calling your energy back, and that a lot of it is coming back now that you actually know what to do with this energy. You have forgotten who you are. You are the child of the divine, so take your power back. You are a mighty presence. You are the child of the divine. You have a mighty presence, and sometimes your truth, when you wait to speak it in an explosion, the truth in your heart comes out in such a disruptive way that people are not able to understand the truth of what you're saying. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Also, remember who and what you're doing this for. You're doing this for the Most High God. This is not, yes, we are in service to people. We're in service to our fellow brothers and sisters. We are co-creating with them, whether we want to or not. Sometimes the things we end up co-creating, we're just looking at like, But we're co-creating. And so through that, we have to remember that we don't have to get angry at anybody. We can give them grace. You know, we are truly the earth angels, and we should be about our earth angel responsibilities and duties. You have to be about your earth angel activities. You know, what are you doing? You can't be the earth angel exploding every little time. You know, everybody knows your earth angel. They know that power and that energy is in there, but it's not for you to explode every time. It's for you to wait until the time is necessary, until you hear that if I explode right now, I know that the divine is within this situation. This is for the highest and greatest good of us all. You know, and you got to really be mindful of those explosions too. Like, when do you use your voice? Why do you use your voice? What words do you say? Every word is like a bomb, or a drop of water, or a healer, or, you know, every word has its own power. So which words are you using, and in what, and under what energy? Okay. All right. So I hope that this message has helped you. Yeah. Let your soul glow gold. Don't you ever let it turn cold. Thank you for visiting, and I'll see you again later. Bye.